I'm good. I'm good. If anything, I'm not close to anything, but I'm not chasing anything.
I know that you went there with Kenya too, and it seems like based on the trailer that the two of you kind of butt heads a little bit as well.
We did. And I don't want to make that big of a deal out of it, but I will say, Kenya for me is one of the ladies that I'm the closest to. So she was the one that I was the most emotionally invested in. Mm-hmm. And she hurt my feelings. And I really didn't see that coming. I definitely, you guys will see, I started the trip. I just wanted her to be happy. She was going through her divorce, mm-hmm. She was having her baby for the first time, beautiful Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to be as supportive as I could of her, because I knew more than any of the other ladies, how difficult that was, because we're on, Kenya and I were on Atlanta together. Right. And, most of the ladies are moms, so I knew they would have some compassion for her. Mm-hmm. Well, in the end, I felt like it blew up in my face a little bit, just because I felt like that same reciprocity wasn't there for me. Mm-hmm. And, I had things that I was trying to do on the trip, and I felt like that love and support didn't show up the same way. Yeah. And that bothered me. So we had to have a conversation about it, which, escalated a little bit. But at the end of the day, I've been friends with Kenya for a long time, and I will always have love for her. I'm obsessed with my niece, Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And, regardless of what happened on the trip, which you guys will have to wait and see, although I feel like the dynamic of the friendship, I feel like although the dynamic of the friendship has changed a little bit due to that trip for me, there'll always be love there. And I don't think it's anything that, we can't get past. Yeah. We've had to do press and stuff together. We're already past it, but I will be honest, the friendship has definitely changed. Although for me, the love will always be there.
Yeah. Has it changed for her too, you think?
You know what? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. All I know is I just, recently saw her, out here doing press and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, it's always love when we see each other. But we did have a off-camera conversation about it. I tried to have an on-camera conversation about it, but because it happened on camera, the rules are, if you piss me off on camera, we talk about it on camera, because then you guys are like, well, why didn't you say something? Because you guys you guys aren't privy to our text and conversations outside of the show.
Of course.
So I tried to address it. That opportunity did not work out for me. And over time, we did have a conversation months later. And I felt like it was a really grown conversation, and I appreciated the conversation, and we'll just see where we go from here. But again, the love will always be there. But as a friend, I'm allowed to be disappointed and hurt. And that's just what happened. Mm-hmm. And, regardless of where we are, I can always, root and support her, in the best way that I can, under the circumstances.
Definitely. Oh, I hope everything works out.
And I'm rooting for her on Dancing with the Stars.
I was going to say,
she's killing it. Mm-hmm. And she's doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of her. And, she'll send me, the little Dancing with the Stars stuff to post. And I always make sure I throw it up there for her and vote for her. Definitely rooting for her. I think she's doing an incredible job.
Definitely. Did you know that she had those dance moves in her?
Well, you know what? She's always talked about her, being a dancer.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that she was as good as she is. She has been killing it. I've been watching all the stuff online. I'm like, oh my God, she is very, very, very talented.
She is definitely. Well, what was her reaction when you announced that you were leaving Atlanta?
She was supportive. We were texting back and forth, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but she felt like if anyone could transition out of from this show and go on to even bigger and better things, she felt like brand wise, right, talent wise, that I would be fine.
Definitely.
So, that meant a lot. I appreciated that.
Of course. And how about Portia? Have you talked to her at all?
I have not talked to Portia. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I really haven't talked to her. Yeah. I know she's in love, and she's getting ready to get married, and I think she's focusing on her relationship, which I'm very happy for her. I have to say in the beginning, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Right.
And I think she may have taken that some kind of way. I think she would have taken that as me not being supported, but I honestly just kind of stayed quiet because I just didn't know, And, but one of the things about that Portia, one of the things that Portia and I both have in common is we are both lovers of love.
Mm-hmm.
We love hard. We move fast.
Yeah.
And, I'm happy for her. If this is her happy ending, she has my blessings.
Yeah. Were you surprised by that relationship? I think I'm sure a lot of people.
I think the whole world was.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I literally just met the man when with Fallon. Like it was surprising. Yeah, definitely surprising.
Definitely. Have you spoken to Nene at all? How's she doing?
I have. You know what? I unfortunately was not able to make it to Greg's celebration, which I felt horrible about. When Nene and I were close friends, she found out about Greg's cancer during that time. So I felt like I've been kind of a part of that journey with her, for years as her friend. Mm-hmm. We're obviously not friends anymore. Yeah. However, just like the rest of the world, I had so much love and respect for Greg and what they shared together. And I wanted to make sure when I went back to Atlanta that I, went to check on her. Yes. So I recruited Miss Marlowe and I was like, you have to come with me to see me because I'm scared to go by myself. Right. In 2 years. And I do not want to turn up to the Lanithia Lounge and have the door slammed in my face. Mm-hmm. So Marlo was great. She came with me and Nene was very surprised. It was a little awkward at first. I think she was pretty much shocked to see me. But I'm really glad that, after 30 minutes or so, we were fine. And we ended up, I ended up staying, to closing really, honestly. Mm-hmm. And we just laughed 2 years hadn't happened. It was just like old times. And looking back, I'm really glad now that I wasn't able to make it to the initial celebration because I never would have gotten that one-on-one time that I ended up getting just going to the lounge and, sitting with her and, giving her a hug and, just trying to be there for my old friend.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I know it was all about Greg and, his celebration, but was it almost like a way to close that chapter on the friendship? Or do you think this is a way to reopen that chapter and kind of maybe start fresh?
Well, you know what? At this point in my life, I'm not forcing friendships from anyone. It either just has to be natural, organic, and more importantly, it has to be healthy for me. So I'm fine with where we are, just in a respectful, cordial place. I root for her from afar. I'm always going to love her. And it just is what it is. For me, it was really just out of respect for Greg to just go and see her. Like I needed to do that. It was the right thing to do. And it was something that I wanted to do. Greg, I'm sure was smiling, just knowing that, we were able to sit down and laugh because he was very supportive of our friendship and just a lovely, lovely man. So I'm good. If anything, I'm not close to anything, but I'm not chasing anything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Definitely. No, I think it's great. And, it seemed like it was a beautiful celebration of his life and, both.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely.